On the heels of a 5-hour-long meeting reviewing the controversial tenure of suspended NIB Director Algeron Cargil, the report detailing his transactions now under scrutiny has been tabled in Parliament.
National Insurance Board Minister Gibson hinted at the meeting yesterday that board members tell ZNS News was just the start of the deliberations which will determine Cargil's future. Now, only our television cameras were outside the National Insurance Board's Blue Hill Road headquarters when the meeting ended late last night. Our LTV's Munnings has reaction.
Our news team arrived at the National Insurance Board's Blue Hill Road headquarters right before 4:30 Tuesday afternoon. We knew immediately that an important meeting was taking place as the parking spaces for the board members were filled. Sources at the NIB facility did confirm to us that the meeting with the board and suspended Director Algeron Cargil was in progress. After a 5-hour wait, sometime after 9 p.m. to be exact, suspended National Insurance Board Director Algeron Cargil, accompanied by his attorney Alfred Sayers, emerged. Attorney Sayers informed reporters no decision was made on Mr. Cargil's future with NIB. He described the meeting, though, as cordial and constructive.
It was a constructive conversation between an employee and the board, which employs him. And he addressed the concerns and questions which were raised. And we hope that this matter could be resolved amicably.
Once the interview was done, security informed our news team that Mr. Sayers and his client didn't want to appear on camera. But during the interview, Attorney Sayers didn't say what will happen next and had no comment on following up on a judicial review. But he did praise NIB Chairman Father James Moultrie and the Board of Directors for their mature conduct during the meeting and receiving Mr. Cargil in a hospitable way.
It was a constructive exchange, and we will move on and see what happens.
So moving on means you can't say if there'll be another meeting as yet, or they didn't give you any indication to that?
No, it was a constructive exchange, and Mr. Cargil was forthright, and I think he answered all of the questions which were put to him, and generally, overall, it was a constructive exchange.
We're not done. We're not finished.
NIB Chairman Father James Moultrie was pleased Mr. Cargil met with the board after several requests. He also branded the meeting as cordial, although he says the entire audit report was not discussed with Mr. Cargil, only the issues that concerned the board.
It wasn't a disciplinary hearing. It was a meeting looking for information.
Did you believe you got all information you wanted?
We got some information. We got a lot of information. Now we have to decide what we have to decide, and that's not going to be tonight.
Are you able to predict when the next meeting will be?
No, I can't say. Some of the board members live here, some live in Grand Bahama, so we have to set another date.
So you're saying there will be another meeting?
There will be another meeting. I could assure you of that.
The National Insurance Board directors also met with the former NIB Information Technology Executive Tuesday, a meeting Chairman Moultrie was also satisfied with. He also confirmed that the board won't meet with former National Insurance Board Chairman Gregory Moss. However, the NIB chairman is concerned about the matter making national headlines.
Media must scrutinize, and we expect that. But you're doing the proper thing now. You're asking the questions, and that's the proper thing.
Most of the board members of the National Insurance Board left this Blue Hill Road facility sometime after 10 o'clock Tuesday night. Chairman Moultrie did inform ZNS News that this won't be the final time this board will meet with Mr. Cargil. He did say, though, that Mr. Cargil remains on suspension with benefits. Reporting from the National Insurance Board, I'm LTV's Munnings for the ZNS News Network.